Paul, you got you got a big fight coming up. I mean, I want to ask you kind of what you thought. Literally a big guy. What I mean, when you got this matchup, what do you think? Because I mean, he was. I don't want to talk bad about you, but he might have even been disappointed, right? I mean, he was talking like championship and #1 contenders and all that. So when this fight came about, what did you think about the matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was going to be bummed out because I've known about this fight was in the works before anything was obviously announced, and I knew he didn't want it. He wanted something higher. Not that he didn't want to fight me, but he didn't want to fight somebody lower ranked than him. But man, that's the problem with the sport in our division right now is somebody's got to fight somebody lower than them. I mean, or otherwise nobody's going to be fighting, because if we all fight up, well, it doesn't work like that. Nobody's the same rank. So yeah, I mean, he's always saying people were dodging him and all this kind of stuff, and that's why me and him went back and forth with a couple little posts. It's all in good fun, man. I have nothing personal necessarily against James, but I'm definitely not the kind of guy that's dodging fights, and that's the first name Sean said to us, and we said, yeah, that's who we're going to fight then.
You mentioned the height, so obviously that stands out to you. I mean, do you think that is what, because he's had a lot of success in the UFC, I mean, do you think that is the key, is that range and that height that he has, or are there other things he does that you're impressed with?
No, yeah, I think he's got really good submissions, especially, his Darce and guillotine. He's got long arms, and he knows how to use them in the grappling department. But a lot of guys shoot on him and try to take him down, which opens you up. When you fight tall guys or even just long guys that are good at subs like that, you can't shoot sloppy. You've got to be perfect on your shot, or they're going to wrap your neck up and choke you out. Luckily, that's not, I mean, I don't think it's giving away any of the game plan that people probably don't think I'm going to be shooting sloppy double legs, unless I'm unless I'm rocked. But, he's got a good uppercut. He uses his length. He's been throwing a lot of wacky kicks and things like that, which I hope he does. I hope he tries to kick and play the range game, and I think puts him right in my wheelhouse.
Nice. So here's what I want to know. I mean, this is a tough guy, no question about it.
Yeah.
Here we are at this beautiful sponsor event here. You've got commentary gigs lined up. I mean, you've got all this stuff outside of the sport that's lining up for you.
Yeah.
How do you keep the motivation to keep wanting to go in there? I mean, fighting has got to be the hardest thing on earth to do, and you've got all these things outside of it that can help you make some money, help you not have to do that. How do you make sure that you're at 100%, that you're motivated, and why do you want to keep doing that at the highest level when you've got these other things going on?
Because right now, first and foremost, I still think of myself, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter that happens to have gotten a chance to do some commentary work, and that's how I'm treating it right now. And Zach Candido and all those guys, they know that. They know that I'm making my run right now, that I want to make a shot towards the top 5 and the belt. And then when I'm a little older and I'm banged up too much and I don't want my daughter to see me coming home beat up anymore, then I'll focus on being a full-time analyst and try to get back on the acting scene and all that stuff. But right now, I'm too damn close to what I've dreamt of and set out to do, to be like, oh, well, I got some color commentary work, now I can do that. And I can make more money fighting, too, while I can. So I'm going to try to make as much money doing this, get as high as I can, get my star power as big as I possibly can before I give it all up, because that's only going to ever help all the post-fighting career stuff. So, yeah, I'm still scrappy as hell. I'm still itching to fight, man. I love fighting, and I'm doing that first and foremost. And then when I've taken too many shots to the face, then we'll do commentary.
Yeah. Definitely not trying to rush you out. I mean, you're obviously in your prime, but hey, who wouldn't want to get punched in the face?
Yeah, they're like, oh man, you could do this instead. I'm like, I could have also got a desk job somewhere, or went and worked for SEPTA, the public transportation department in Philly. I could have done that too, but I didn't. I chose to get punched in the face and kicked for next to nothing for years, so that I could be where I'm at right now. So I'm not giving it up anytime soon.
Nice. And last thing for me, give me an idea where you think this puts you, knowing that you are making that run. I mean, you're trying to get to the very top. James Vick, a very, very dangerous fighter, incredible record in the UFC, but he said it. Maybe doesn't get the respect that he deserves, maybe doesn't have the ranking that he deserves. So what do you think? I mean, if you go out there and beat him, do you think the UFC brass knows enough, like how great of a win that is? It'll elevate you, because the public might not, right?
Yeah, the public might not. But I think people, know, most of the fans are starting to, they know who James is. They know that. You just look at his record. I mean, he's got one loss in the UFC, and it's to Beneil Dariush. But that's exactly what I'm trying to do. The last time he faced another opponent that was ranked and on his level, you know, he got knocked out, and that's what we're trying to repeat. We're trying to keep the pressure on him and put him out. And I think if I can put out a guy like James Vick on the tear that he's on, I think I take his spot in the rankings right away. I think I go right from number 14 to number 11, and he gets bumped down. Yeah, I know he thinks, you know, he wants to make a run for the title himself too, and we're going to find out who's moving on July 14th.